he gave probably the best, most straightforward definition of what an agent actually is that I've heard any other YouTuber say. Aside from maybe Dave Shapiro, who, he doesn't really make too many AI videos anymore. Dave Shapiro, you're wrong. We need you to come back. Come back with your knowledge. You owe a lot of to CBB to his free knowledge he's dropped on YouTube and Patreon and all that stuff. What he is saying, guys, is so true. So he's talking about what makes up an agent. What is going on, chatbot builders? Happy New Year. Man, I can't believe we got some people in here on New Year's, the first day of the year. We've got the man. This guy just never stops working, which motivates me to even go harder. What's up, Charles Mack? Hanging out in Discord with the Miss Kim, famous Miss Kim. What's going on? Anthropic Blaine's in the house. Happy New Year, bro. King of Cali, man. I got all my favorite people in here. Thank you, Asta, for getting this event up there. I wasn't going to start the year off slack. There's still plenty of companies that are on vacation the next couple of weeks, and that's great for them. And they're going to advocate for vacations and taking time for yourself and all that stuff, man. But Happy New Year to everybody. We're just going to start working from day one. And, you can talk about it or you can be about it. Which one do you think we're going to be, Blaine? Which one do you think, man? Watch on whatever screen you got. Dex in the house. What is going on? So what do y'all think about all this agent stuff? Any of this stuff clicking yet that you're so far ahead? What's going on, Susan? Mir? All the people. We're going to jump right into this thing. Hopefully you can hear me all okay. What's going on, Josh? Man, we got all the people. Kim, good to see you again. Long time no see. D Money in the house. All right, so we have got some updates. Wouldn't you know it? And I've got some fun things to share and show and maybe make a little bit easier for some of you guys. But let's look and see. Asta's just always on the ball, He's always updating things all the time. And I want to make sure my man gets some credit here because he's putting in some work. Let's see if I can't get to our stuff here and start sharing my screen. Let's see. Yeah, there's Josh right there. What's going on, man? The 2025 is already off to a great start. Okay, I can assure you we're going to stay ahead. We've been ahead since day one. I think everyone that's been watching can nod their head and be like, yeah, he's right. They've been out here, So here's what we're going to do. We're going to look and see the change log here. The change log is going to be right here. What up, change log? And look at that. This is awesome. The new updates, you like that, Kim? That's what we're going to talk about right now. Let's see if we can make Asta's change log work. Ooh, look how fancy Asta's getting, y'all. It has to be Asta. I love that. You're such a marketer. Whenever Asta, after you've been working, oh, there's Denise. What's going on? We've got a chat. Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Whenever Asta became part of the crew, and I knew he was going to stick around, I had to buy the domain, obviously, Asta.com. We got to make that thing go somewhere. But has to be Asta. I love that. But here we've got some updates. Let's see if I can make it a little bigger on the screen. So this was a great request from CBB Nation to have custom user fields in agents now, formerly prompt templates. We had the ability to make these agent frameworks, these agent swarms before they had actual names. But we didn't have the ability until today to use custom user fields with the dropdown. Now, I want to explain. We have so many custom user fields and so many system fields that it was if we showed every single one, things would be really slow. Just to be quite honest with you, we have so much work built in already for you that you can choose to use or build on your own. But it's so much. That's the reason why you don't see everything like chat history, for example, is a popular one. We may add that, but just keep in mind that is the reason why there's just so many. If you look at the documentation, you'll see all the ones that we have built in already for you. and then you make all the custom fields and account fields that you need. So it can be a ton. So you wouldn't want to open that up on a bunch of devices. But this allows personalization at scale. That's right, Asta. And yes, you can build faster and you can build more confidently. So even myself, I've been known to make a typo or two. So if you make a typo in a custom field, it's not going to work. This is the big one, though. Okay. So I told y'all a couple of episodes ago, I would do it. I showed you how to take an agent and then take a YouTube link, grab the transcript with an API call that the LLM, the AI, structured for you. So you didn't have to do any of that hard work. And the YouTube transcript was then saved into a custom field, which then we ran through an AI action to make a nice summary or recap or the full transcript of the video. I said, man, we should just throw this into the knowledge builder, the knowledge base builder. And I said I would do it. And so I said, why not? Let's just make it twice as nice on the first day of the 2025 for CBB Nation. We got 2 updates on the first day of the year. And so now you can have YouTube links only one at a time. And this is a new feature, so let's be gentle. But now you'll be able to translate, get the transcript from YouTube videos. Now it won't work for lives and it won't work for shorts. But standard YouTube videos, you can now add that right into the knowledge base builder. So that's a really fun way to kick off the year. I hope that you'll like that. 2 new features. Okay, cool. I think we've also got some other blogs coming. I love this pop-up, man. I mean, who loves pop-ups? This one's just so cool. Call, text, or chat. And yes, we track all of these. And shout out to the ones that have called. It's such a fast connection. I will do a video on DeepGram. I've noticed that's something that we need to do. We'll also have to update our little badges here because we took home quite a few awards. CBB Nation did. This is all y'all's awards, by the way. Like, we don't get these without you guys. So they're really yours. But we got to update these because we took a bunch home in the winter. Asta's been busy. Look, who else drops 2 blogs on the same day? And so we had someone in our group a couple of weeks ago ask, is SEO dead? Let me tell you something. It is not dead. Oh, we got Craig in the house. Golly, what's going on, man? Legend in the building here. The bots guy. But is SEO dead? No, it's not. So we just to business owner to business owner, and this isn't directly related to chatbots or AI agents or anything, but to be found, whether it's going to be through YouTube or social media or through a search on old-fashioned Google, I guess, right? Or these fancy schmancy LLM search engines, which I'm still like about. Search GPT, Perplexity. When people say is SEO dead, where do you think that these LLMs that have the ability to search the web are going to get the content if you don't put out content? That was like a weird question, like, will search change in a way? Sure, but like there has to be content out there. Unless you're just talking about maybe historical facts, I guess. So yes, content is very important. And so while one of the agents that I'll show you again, just because I think it's so important to go over that social media manager posting agent, I want you to think about a blogging agent. So like you could do this with a custom GPT, sure. And there's gonna be people watching this video that are haters. And they'll be like, I made me a custom GPT, bo. And that thing there, I can use it until I can't, until OpenAI tells me I ran out of stuff, right? Because that's a thing, which makes it a toy, by the way. Sorry, this is just the facts. If you want to build a real product, it has to be done with the API. But I digress. You should make a blog GPT or Gem or a custom chatbot or assistant or agent, whatever you fancy, that will write your blog and your title and all the things that are necessary. And then with one click, post that thing. That's the real magic here. That was what I went to immediately, by the way, when we were even like Chat GPT was a thing. I was like, oh my God, what is it like the next chess move? So 7 steps ahead. The moment I saw a completion run across my screen, I'm thinking, how am I going to automate this? I don't want to answer all of the comments and all of the things. I don't know all the things. But if I get Chat GPT Dizzle to do this for me, game over, Mir loves to make GPTs, and she thinks they're very robust AI systems worth lots of money. I will say this without being it was just a joke, obviously. The people that are like so like just now getting into the GPT world and OpenAI, you know, they haven't felt the burn that the original people, like many of us, either saw coming or felt because so many people thought that GPT store was the new app store, guys. So they're salty. I'm not salty about it. We saw it coming. That's why we launched ours first, But I'll say there's gonna be a lot of people that are brand new. That's why I shared the screenshots I did in the group today, that they're just discovering what you guys mastered 2 years ago at this point. And so you're very, very far ahead. So you're gonna have to, like, baby some of these people. I think the goal for 2025, many of you have already established your thought leaders and just leaders in the space. You can do stuff. I think the thing that we all need to make a big priority is one of the things that Chatbot Queen said. If you master these 3 things, you can't lose. People do business with who they know, like, and trust. They're gonna know you if you get the exposure good. They're gonna trust you if you can prove you can do a good job with a demo or something. But the liking part, I think, is a big thing that you have to be aware of. Not saying you gotta, make everybody like everybody like you. I know a lot of people don't like me, and I'm still okay. I'm still living, but I think that's just something to be, aware of. Anywho, before I get too crazy, I wanna show you guys this bad boy. This is, like, my favorite thing right now. This is the social media, I'm gonna move this out of my way. Get out of here. This is, like, my favorite thing right now. This is the social media poster agent, okay? And so this is a web chat, okay? This is what we made this with, Kim and Craig earlier today in the office hours, which every Wednesday, Kim holds office hours that are so valuable. I'm gonna try to pop into more of them. We might lock down a different time depending on, if we can get a hold of Asta, he's in the future. But I think it'd be really fun to really ramp this up and really, like, get things moving. So, like, when someone is going on a pitch or they're about to go on a client meeting, like, I've been on so many, like, I would love to be able to, help more directly this year. It's kinda like a resolution. I don't have any resolutions other than to, like, help you guys win more. This is one of the ways I think you're gonna be able to do that. This is the social media poster agent because 'cause I'm not creative right now. What this does is allows me with a persistent menu here, this fancy smancy button, and this, menu, which you can have many I think what do you have, 21 options to go, I think? I don't have to I'd have to check. I don't remember. I mean, I know that for a web chat, it's very ridiculous what we can do. We can post to Twitter, we can post to Instagram, and I think for Facebook, I didn't make the thing yet, so that's probably what we'll do together. And by now, I'll show you the easiest way that Kim and Craig and I found it to do this. But say I want to post to Twitter. All I need to do is click this button from the persistent menu, and I'm going to get not one, because we're fancy now. And then I'll tell you this, originally I just had the 4 options. And so it's not one option because I'm a human and I'm impatient. And I said to you last time, if I'm going to use it, it's going to have to be really good, really efficient, really fast, all that good stuff. So the other day, was it Monday? I guess I was working on this, and I just had the options visible like this. And so I was showing my wife. I was like, "What do you got? What do you think about this? Is really cool." She knows all about writing captions and crap like that, but she just didn't get it at all. And I was like, "Man, I suck at this. Like, how do you not get it? It's like you're gonna choose what post you want." But what I didn't do, I didn't give any directions here. So what I'd added here to make it fun, this is what we did in Discord today. All of this text is dynamic. So the first, and I'll show you how this works, but this is, look at this A, B, C, and D as the result of one ChatGPT OpenAI API call. And this is another separate deal here. So I've got 2 API calls running back to back to generate these messages, and I like to make myself smile. So I've got a funny little thing that says pick your tweet. And then it says here, choose A, B, C, or D. So then I give myself some options because we all like options, right? In this case, I've got A, B, C, or D. Try again, give feedback, or cancel. Be like, no, I'm not going to post anymore. Try again is obviously going to regenerate these options. And if I choose A, B, C, or D, then that isn't immediately going to post right to Twitter. In this case, because I chose Twitter from the options here. Kim was saying that she's got like LinkedIn plugged in there. What does she have? Snapchat, all the things. She's at all the options. Kim is just awesome. And I'll tell you, like all you guys, like once you this is the whole goal. Once you see the possibility, my goal for you is to like connect where it fits in with what you do with your expertise and just go get it. And then like hit us up whenever you need anything. We're like here to support you. It's such a different thing. For those of you that have been here in CBB Nation, you got it, man. It's just a different thing we've got going on. And that's why we're crushing it. By the way, we'll throw out Asta if the blog is ready, how many tokens we spent this year. You know what? Let's make that a thing for everyone that is on this live. We did a report and a little blog. This is a side quest on how many tokens that we personally spent on CBB Nation. Because I don't care what anybody says, any platform, you know, that is providing access, immediate access for the few that are to any AI at all, they're not doing it like we're doing it. And so anyone that can guess, or maybe what we'll do is like if we get a lot of guesses, the person who can guess the closest to the number total of tokens that we spent on CBB Nation through the year 2024, we'll have to give away like a year subscription or something crazy. But it was a bunch, guys. We just did the report before we went live. Austin and I were looking at it. I was like, oh my gosh. Even I had no idea. Let's say all these captions suck. I'm not going to read any, so I'm just going to hit them with a try again. So imagine you have someone, you know, that is responsible, or maybe you're the person responsible for your company, for your own social media, or you're an agency and you're responsible for many social media accounts, which I've been there. This is what I used to do prior to 2018, essentially. So this was like the one thing that like when you were in the writing mood, I liked it, but in general, like this was the stressful part to like get the right thing. And so ChatGPT totally solves that. Okay. But when you're looking to be more efficient and when you're looking to scale, you can't be the one going into ChatGPT copying and pasting stuff into the deck. Okay. So this is an agent that can autonomously or on demand. This is what we've got the persistent menu here for. On demand, be able to call any of these flows to make the thing happen. So time to unleash your inner Twitter superstar, right? Pick a tweet. So this is the direction. This is what my wife's, not criticism, but like real world take on this was. There was no direction. So here's some funny directions. And I could tweak that to make it a little better for me, right? It's not necessary. But then we've got our options here. So no coding skills, no worries. With our no code platform, anyone can create a powerful chatbot. What feature do you wish your chatbot had no code? So I like that, but I'm going to say give feedback in this case. And so obviously my agent's got to be nice, otherwise he's going to be fired. So he's like, absolutely, boss, hit me with what you got. And so I'll be like, instead of the word chatbot, always says chatbot. Use the word agent because that's the sexiest term in AI right now and in tech. And then I have the never mind right there. So cool. Now it's going to generate stuff again. I love my little stuff. Great idea. I got you. Thanks for the feedback. Thanks, agent. You just got a promotion for making me smile. Time to play Twitter roulette. Spin the wheel. Pick a tweet. All right. So then it did exactly what I said. It said, want to boost your customer service? Build your own, not chatbot, AI agent with chatbot builder. So the name's in there, and that's fine. How do you see agents changing the game for customer support? Share your vision with us. That one's kind of cool. Step into the future. No coding skills. Let's do this one. Let's do C. So then here, C, This is gonna post to the platform of Twitter, and it's gonna say, boom, caption was posted to Twitter, no code. So I wanna just check. I don't recall if I have this one still turned on, but I wanna check. I keep calling it Twitter. What do you call it? So it's X now, right? What do you call it? Is it still a tweet or is it a zeet? What is it? I don't know. Well, I tell you what, man, the numbers don't lie. What's that say? That's a tweet 26 seconds ago. I didn't type Nathan. Didn't type Nathan. Man, I'll tell you what, that's a great guess. We got somebody up in here guessing. Blaine from Anthropics trying to go back to tell the corporate team how much we're spending in a year. No, not $1 million. Talking about tokens, man. I almost want to tell you how much we spent just this month, but that would give too much away. But I can't say you're way off. Way off. There you go. You're a little closer there, buddy. It's a little closer. That's the only hint I'm gonna get or give. So I'll say this: way, 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 way off. Yeah, kind of close. Getting up there. So if you keep on guessing, then I will. I'll let you know. Anyways, so to me, this is just a very efficient thing that you've got to understand. Like, since I was a social media manager, a senior social media manager person, in like 2016 for a huge agency in here in South Carolina, probably the biggest agency in the state, probably with the biggest contracts by a long shot. This is many jobs in that world. Okay, so as the social media guy, I basically came up with the concepts for a lot of these things, in which we were all in a room. Maybe a project manager. My screen went off there for a second. All these different people, and maybe someone from legal, maybe if it was a big deal. And so I remember so clearly the day you're in there and you're thinking of the following month's content calendar. This is a process that took all these people, and these are billable hours. And what that means is, in an agency setting, for those that have not seen that environment, all of these positions are paid different hourly wages. Okay. And so they're on different hourly wages based on their position, and they've got different projects for different brands. So you might have 4 brands that you're on. And so the meeting alone, when you're billing that client as an agency in this setting, the creative director might be $350 an hour. That is the cost to be employed. There might be billing $500 an hour to the client for the 3 hours that they billed for the month for those 3 meetings for just one person. That's how expensive it can be when you're like dealing with the biggest of the big that at least I've been a part of. And so my point is, like, you've got multiple people coming up with what will be this calendar. You have a photographer too, a videographer maybe. Then you've got an editor putting the stuff together, and a social media manager person. In my position, I would be taking these assets and taking the written work from the writer. That is a position, right? I'm taking all of this and I'm putting together the content calendar, and it gets approved or not. It's like essentially a PowerPoint deck. This agent does it all. And when we're talking about a swarm, in this case, I've gone, I guess, essentially the lazy route. I'll show you the flow. But in this case, what I've done here is just used one agent really to get the job done. But it's so big. So we added Instagram today because Charles showed me how to do that. Shout out to Charles. So now we're going to get an image, and then we'll get a caption, and then we'll be able to post it. And in this case, I made sure it felt a little bit more human, right? So I gave myself some typing stuff here. I'm generating the image for you now. Hang tight. Come on, man. That's actually gangster. What is this? So check this out. So this is IG. That's me actually when I'm not hanging out with you guys. It's just me chilling, the real me, right? That's actually a really cool picture. I'm not gonna lie, it's probably the best one. We didn't have a good one, as good of a one earlier. Hope you like it because my agent's talking to me. Hope you like it. Here comes the caption I wrote for the image. And so the caption, in 2025, your AI agents will be your best friends, handling everything from customer queries to scheduling appointments while you sip your coffee. Do you approve it or should I try again? Well, I'm gonna have to give some feedback on that. I'm gonna be like, I loved the image, but I didn't like the caption. I want it to only be one line about something that will cause FOMO. Basically, if you don't have an agent, you're behind the times, but don't mention the year. This is my prompt engineering skills for you. Nah, man, Jeff, I'm gonna tell you something, man. You the best. Jeff, you the best. Oh, come on. Come on. Just give the queen an A. You probably spent 7 billion tokens last month, Denise. No, I'm just playing. Just playing. You're not even close. You're getting closer. Getting closer. Getting closer. Okay, look at this one, y'all. Look at this one. I like this one. We're going to post this one, boy. Here's the other thing, too, the graphic designer. I forgot about that position. And so the other portion here is I've already asked for like 3 revisions. Do you know how frustrating it can be when you're working in an agency and then you just got that one CD, the creative director, who's most of the time approving things before they get sent over to the client in a larger scale, and you show him all your stuff, and he's like, "No, hate it, hate it. This one's okay. Well, that's the one you did. Yeah, that one's okay." And you got to get back to the drawing board. My point here is you never, ever, ever would expect an instantaneous revision. And that is what we're getting. We can give feedback, and instead of even getting any pushback, you know, Danny, the graphic designer, not following my direction. I'm like, listen, dog, we need to make the alien. We need to make the robot look more realistic, Danny, the graphic designer. And he's like, well, listen, boss, if we don't talk back to me, Jack. You know what I'm saying? Like in real life, you're gonna get punched in the face when you talk like that. And Clayton's gonna be like, or Craig's gonna be like, listen here, buddy, you don't talk to me like that. But the AI agent's not gonna talk back. Not yet, at least. Unless it's Claude. Claude will just talk smack. And that's why Claude's not gonna ever get the business use that OpenAI is gonna get probably. Anyways, don't get I like this one. Look at this. Would you look at that? Don't get left behind in the digital dust. With AI agents taking the lead in customer engagement, blah, blah, blah. We'll get on board before it's too late. Okay, that was great. Let's do one more thing. Let's say give feedback. And let's go to the blog that Asta wrote. Because listen, I was just telling him, what is the point of all the blogs and all the social media? Like we can't get too distracted. Like, what's the actual point, And that is get people to the website. That's the goal. You got to have a goal here. So in this case, look what happened to our agents, like apologizing. Look, no problem, boss. Sorry, I messed that one up. Tell me I can make it better. And I'd be like, actually, the caption was great, but our goal is to also subtly drive traffic so that we can generate more revenue and actually stay in business, buddy. So slide this link on in there at the end and make it a little bit shorter still. Right. So then I gave them a link because we got to have the a call to action. In this case, it's going to be click on that thing. So it's going to give us another image, and it's Instagram because I'm a dummy and I forgot that links don't matter on Instagram posts. It was the thought that counts. Watch this be the best image ever too. Here's the image, generating the image for me right now. Boom. It's a camera with a little crazy thing in it. And in that case, it didn't give me my link. So I'm gonna hit try again one more time, and we'll just post this one just to do it. Because we saw that the Twitter guy worked. The Twitter guy. We saw the X post worked. So we'll just like risk it for the biscuit, and we'll just post this guy on Facebook if I've got it, or Instagram if I've got it turned on still. I know it worked earlier. Oscar's like, yeah, I saw you doing those posts. I knew you did it with AI. Oh, that's the best one. Give me a good caption player. All right, cool. Ultimate sidekicks. All right, so let's post it. Boom, success. And so now we just got a success message. And so what's happening here is it's actually sending to make. And I'm going to show you how the flow is broken down. Let's see if I can get that on the screen for us here. What is our account ID? And I will share how we've done this. How about that? And I'll also check to see if that did indeed post on Instagram. I'm sure it did. I'm pretty positive, but I'm going to check anyways. So here we go. I've got the account here now. So I'll pop that on the screen. And let's also check here to see if it posted on IG. Let's see. Did it post? Yeah, it did, boy. I see it. 56 seconds ago. I'm gonna go ahead because I'm such a I'm so quick. We'll add that to our story. Bam. Posted. And that thing looks cool. And it looks cool. All right, sorry. I'm having too much fun. So let's show you how this flow works here, and then I'll check out some hopefully got some comments or questions. So we're gonna go to workflows, right, Claude? Right, Anthropic? In this case, let's look at what we just did on IG. Okay, this is what we made earlier. So this is the flow. It's not as crazy as you might think, and I could make it more condensed if I wanted to. But in this case, this is just what we're working with. And so what's happening here is this is posting to Instagram. And so the first thing that is going on is we're going to write the caption. So we're using OpenAI to do this. But again, you could use Claude, you could use Grok, you could use Gemini, you could use a mixture. We were talking earlier today. You could choose to not even let yourself know which language model you're using by using the split traffic and just having, whichever LLM is selected randomly, choose your caption, and then over time track internally which one you like the best. But in this case, I've got some fun instructions here. You are a rock star IG manager for Chatbot Busy. Your goal is to write 3 or 4 long line captions for Instagram about agents. I'm going to take away the 2025 because that'll like get old real quick, at least with me. And then I've got a special line here, which is kind of part of what we announced with the new feature. We have feedback. So if there's feedback, it's going to be here. And so this is a variable. This is a custom field. Because we're not looking for a last input in this case, the OpenAI action is kicking off this flow. There is no last input. That's the reason I've modified the user message. But in general, always leave it as last input and you're going to be so good. And then I'm going to save this response that I get as IG caption. So this is the first thing that is happening in the flow. We're generating the caption. Then, because I had these swapped earlier this afternoon, and Craig and Kim were like, no, dummy, switch them. I was like, yeah, you're right. We're taking IG caption that's generated here, and we're using it in our next block. And so this is generate a realistic photograph of something. I said mysterious and inspirational related to artificial intelligence, but we are referencing that cuff, that custom field. So that means the caption or the caption is generated first. So it's going to have context. And with that, we'll have a matching in some sort of way image to go along with that. Right. So it's back to back. This is a prompt chain. This is why we have prompt chain. This is like the 400 karat gold prompt chain of thought chain. Okay, so if there's any feedback, here it is. and we're using Dolly, and then we're going to make it a square, and this is going to be saved as IG image. So this is an agent. So when you look at this, this is generating images. This is an action that is OpenAI, but this could totally be your agent, right? I'll prove it to you. You ready? This is how I make this one an agent. Ivan, the image agent. There you go. And he's part of this workflow. If you're talking OpenAI's framework, then this user message piece here, then what this is going to be your routine or custom instructions. In this case, it's a user message because it's generating the images, telling the AI what to do. All these definitions, man. And we've been doing it the whole time. Ivan, the image agent. And this is what's she going to be? Cat, the caption agent. Do you see this is really what it is? I know it sounds crazy, but this is what we've been doing the whole time. So agents are handing off things to agents. That's what's happening. We've been doing this for 2 years. So Cat, the caption agent, is generating the caption. Ivan is generating the image based on that caption. And then because I wanted it to feel real, human, right? I've got some waiting action, typing action for 3 seconds. I'm generating the image for you, typing, and then boom, I'm going to get displayed the image. Typing again, boom, here comes the caption. And so here we have static text, colon, caption, and then we've got the variable IG caption so we can see the written thing. So now we see all of the options here. So the next thing that I'm doing after I show this stuff, I'm going over to the next block. And this block is hot, man. This is a block right here. Get approval. Do you approve or should I try again? Okay. So this is not an agent. This is a static, traditional rule-based get user data element. How did I do this? Because Kim made a good point. I think I got a version up here with my live stream, I think. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Do you approve or should I try again? When I click edit, I've got multiple choices, my reply type. The result I'm going to save as IG approved, which I was a dumb custom field name in this case. But the choices are post it, try again, give feedback. Okay. And so that is what I'm going to have to choose as the admin here, one of these choices. Then once I do, what's going to happen is I'm going right over to post it is going to make. So if I click post it, and this is what I'll show you here in a second, because we just made it, we made it real easy this afternoon to make this happen with no user IDs and all that stuff. Doing it on the fly is a lot of pressure sometimes. You guys put me under pressure. Posting it is going straight to make. And so how do we do this? All this is an action. Go to trigger. Here's make. And we would just type in whatever the name of the trigger needs to be that we would reference in make, which I'll show you how this looks. So we're going to look for the one post to IG. So post it goes here. Try again is literally going back to right here. Try again just runs it right back to cat. Feedback. This is the one that's important. Feedback. No problem, boss. Sorry, I messed up. Tell me how I can make it better. I got you. This is just going to be a text reply. So I'm going to say don't say 2025 or whatever. Say something about agents. And then that's getting saved into feedback, which is already in our initial instructions. So that's why it will ring true. Feedback. All right. There's you could have many, many different options. You could run this for blogs. You could do this for emails, whatever you want. But in this case, this is just for Instagram, this one flow. And I'll show you how I put it together in web chat. But yeah, so then we've given feedback. This is what we want to do there. And then what's next? Cancel. And if you can't cancel, then Bart since was no problem. No problemo. Okay, so let's look at post it. I'm going to make sure I've got make here. It says no internet connection. I hope I do have internet connection. Otherwise, I'm talking to myself. All right, hope you can see this. No, this is all fun. This is all to make you win and make you more money. That's what we want. So this is how we've done it. This is the whole thing. This is IG, post IG. And I made this extra kind of fancy and fun. You don't necessarily have to do it like this. You just really got to get you got to get your caption and your image for Instagram, and you got to trigger make. And so what's happening here is we're watching for this event. Let's click edit. We're watching for that event, that part of the flow. Let's put it on a split screen here since I'm going to be fancy. After we choose, hopefully you can see this. Let's make it bigger here. So after we choose from one of these options and we choose post it, this is the action trigger make that will then activate this node in make.com. And I guess it's basically the same thing in Zapier or Pabbly or whatever. They're all basically the same, doing the same thing. So in this case, it's Instagram. So we're triggering the make event, right? And then boom, we're opening up Instagram for business. I think Charles made a great point. I think it might be smarter to connect to your Facebook with make first, because I think it can find you. Oh, look, I'm a big old dummy. It says Facebook login right there. It said it right there. Sometimes I feel dumb. We were trying to figure that out. But yeah, log in with your Facebook first, I think, is the best thing to do. And then log in with Facebook or Instagram for business. Otherwise, you've got to get account IDs and client IDs. You don't want to do all that. If you connect with Facebook first, I feel like at least what I saw is you'll just be able to connect here and then choose from your pages. So I've got just 2 things that I need for the Instagram post. What is that going to do? So this is page ID. This is coming from the custom user field, IG image. So I'm trying to explain and show you visually how this workflow is working. Kat made this image because she's awesome. We gave her a raise last week. Kat, the caption agent, she's all AI. She generated the image and she stored it in this folder here called the custom field that is named IG image. Does it make sense? And then our homie Ivan, or excuse me, Kat, the caption agent. She did she didn't do the image, she did the caption. Kat, the caption agent, did the caption here. Then Ivan, the image agent, his work goes right here in the custom user field for IG image. So Kat, I didn't mean to confuse you there. Kat, the caption agent, her work is right here because it was approved and sent off to make to go post. And then Ivan, the image guy, that's his thing right there. Y'all see how that's working? It's so easy. It's easy, but how hard is it for someone to be like, you go tell them to do this and they don't know what they don't know. It ain't easy for everybody, but when you're in CBB Nation, everything becomes easy. And everything should be, in my opinion, the less nodes, the better, because the more you're adding, just like old Matt was saying, and just like Claude Anthropic is saying, the more things you add, the more chance that things are going to be, you're going to break something unintentionally, Sometimes you got to have more things, but in general, like this for sure is about as big as I like to make a flow. But I can still kind of see everything, and it's easy enough. This is another reason you want to make it like this. You really want to be able to follow that thing. You want to be able to follow. Here's where I start. Here's what's next. And then I've got this guy. Technically, you could build this whole thing probably in 1 or 2 nodes, but then you'd have to scroll up and down on this. You don't want to do that necessarily. I was extra here. I don't even need all these weights. I was just being funny. In my head, I was being funny. Kim and Craig are probably shut up, Ryan. Get to the point. And if that's the case, sorry. But this is really it's really not so much when you really look at it. And I could still condense this even more. You don't need the GIF. It's just being funny. Let's look at the Twitter. That one's way more simple. So this one is more gangster, actually. Now stop after this. This one is mo gangsta for sure. And I'll show you why. So here, again, call this an agent if you want. But this is in custom instructions. And these are gangster instructions here. You're a world-class social media content creator for Chatbot Builder. Create a short tweet, write engaging and spark conversation, blah blah. SEO about agents and assistants, basically. If there's feedback, again, here's the feedback. I've got the custom field. If there's nothing there, then there's just nothing there. It's all Gucci, man. But this is where it gets gangster. Important. Only output the correct JSON and don't use any other words or symbols like, and I've got this in there because what I did here is I cranked up, that's how country I am. I cranked up the temperature to 8, which I don't ever go that high. But again, I was being I was trying to be funny at least with my people in Discord. Write a numbered list of 1 to 4 tweets for us to improve. For us to, I think it was like use in the list. Use. I don't need to yell at it though. Sorry, AI. Golly. Write a numbered list of 1 to 4 tweets for us to use in a list using strict JSON with no other characters or words or symbols. And honestly, it's a miracle that it could even know what I meant there. And it literally got it perfect every time. And what's happening is I'm telling ChatGPT Tizzle, I'm telling our AI, hey, I need you to write 4 tweets and then throw it up in JSON. Okay, which I'll explain. We need it in JSON and save it in this custom field called tweet options. So I'm going to get JSON, which looks crazy to a human. The AI computers love JSON, man. I was thinking about, I was looking at ChatGPT names for my son coming in May. There's a funny way to spell JSON with an X. I thought that could be so hilarious, but my wife would not be having it. JSON. Anyways, so I'm saving it in tweet options, and then I'm moving it over to the JSON tool. One of my favorite tools in the whole application. So we generated the JSON, and that JSON is in tweet options, this custom field. And so the JSON is going to have 4 things, and it'll be my 4 tweets. And so APIs and computers, or AI to AI, this is the way that they see things in this format from JSON. They can look at the JSON code or whatever you want to call it. It's going to understand the values here. Chatbot Builder understands the values need to be stored in custom fields. So here would be the path. This is what the computers see, the API see, JSON path, the notations there. And then here's your custom field where your system and Chatbot Builder understands what it is it needs to be representative of. What is the value? So I've got 4 tweets that are coming from JSON that AI generated because I told it to. And I've got the 4 cuffs. This is super important to understand because if you get this, you're going to be such a Jedi when it comes to AI. Man, I promise you, this is so far ahead. Okay, so we've generated our tweets. They're now stored into custom fields. So then over here, right over here, I've got some more stuff. Present the options. Let's look at our titles. Generate the tweets. Map them into cuffs. Present the options. I've got an AI action here. And again, I've only used mini. So don't let anyone tell you mini can't do anything. I had someone tell me, or they told me on Twitter 2 times now, you can't do anything with today's AI because GPT-4 or GPT 3.5 or whatever, it's like a small child. It's like an infant. And you can't expect an infant to do work. It's like build more agents and like holler back, but don't say what they can't do when you don't know. You don't know what they can't do if that's what you're building infants. We're building the most advanced systems in AI right now. You keep building your infant agents, buddy. There's no use in arguing with these people. They're just gonna like be where they're at, and we're gonna keep going ahead. But anyways, I've got this going on. You're a helpful assistant. Your goal is to say in a fun way, please choose one of the 4 Twitter caption options. So this is like, again, humor to myself. I'm gonna have my options, but before like I get the options, because my wife made me see this, I'm going to give myself instructions. So really, this is just instructions in a funny way. tell the user to choose the options to tweet today. And so this is going to be, I just said choose, this was supposed to be new, but choose now script, choose new script, right? So what I've done here, these options 1, 2, 3, and 4, oops, back up. Options 1, 2, 3, and 4 are previously, we've already got those. This is the action here that is generating the text for choose now script. So I'm giving myself a funny message saying, yo, buddy, since you lazy and you didn't want to type nothing or use your brain, pick one of these options, basically is the truth. And so whenever I choose one of these options, it'll be saved A, B, C, or D. Try again, give feedback under multiple choice under the reply type. One of my favorite reply types because you can just do so much. It's going to be saved under tweet caption. So say I chose A as my favorite one, right? All the captions are generated here. They're separated and mapped and stored here. They're presented here. I'm choosing here. So say I choose A, what's happening is I am now gonna basically combine or merge whatever option that I've selected because I'm going down this one path, which you could consolidate this. I was just showing all the things. You really only need one of these and you could just base on the last click or whatever. But I'm using tweet caption to be the thing that I'm storing the value of the previous click, which was representing A, which was option 1. So I clicked A. The value of A was tweet option 1, and that gets saved under tweet caption. I'm going to show you just one more. If I choose option B here, B is representative right here. I've already lined it up. I already know, I can see it visually. This is B. So if B is selected, now I'm going to come here, and I should rename this to be like A, B, like, so I'm not so redneck. Here's B, obviously. Now, the same custom field that I used above, the value is just going to have option 2 because that's representative of B. We're setting the value for tweet caption to be that of option number 2. So then that would repeat down. And now what do we got here? Post to make. That's how simple it is. I just wrote the name of the action I wanted to make, post to make, and then literally I would find it. Let's save the thing here. Let's look at my scenarios. You have Twitter. I think this is it. Active. Let me refresh just in case this has like been open all day. It's not it. This one. Yeah, for sure. So look. So to complete this episode of the day, hopefully this wasn't, I don't know, this is probably an hour and a half too, wasn't it? I haven't even looked. I've chosen the selection A, B, C, or D. It's being saved here, or it's jumping back because I told it sucked and to try again, or I canceled it. If I've chosen A, B, C, or D, that is what is being triggered to make. And as long as this is successful, then I'm going to have this next message that says, boom, son, you're awesome. The caption was posted. And it's going to remind me of what I just sent to make. And so here, this element, this node is this. This triggers this. Boom, boom. When this hits, this activates. Activate. Okay, so this is activating. No need for any user ID, none of that jazz. Because this is being sent. We've already got all the information. You run that one time, then you can connect it to Twitter or whatever network. And in this case, we're just using text. And so it's the text custom field tweet caption. That's an agent. Now here's what's even more fun. You can do all the fun things. If you really want to be a nerd, gangster AI automation baller, I don't know what else you'd call it. You could do other fun things with Make. Look here. Here's what I mean. Can I move this on my screen? Look. So in this case, we've already said we could have this automated. This is coming in at 9 a.m. or something, 9 a.m., 9 p.m., whatever. You could also have it do something like watch posts, watch mentions. Let's look at watch posts. I could find so a user ID. I was an ID finder. So yeah, Sam Altman. What's his Sam A? I think that's his thing. Sam Altman. Look, he looks like he's 105. So we could say, okay, let's find something that he's done. Find specific date. Let's do all. Choose where to start. All would it really show all of them? Let's look. A specific date. Let's do all and just see what we see. All. Let's run it. Boom, we already got one. Look. Okay, cool. So I just hit watch and it shows me, I don't know if this was his last one or not. I'm showing you all the things, boy. Who else does it? This is what he did. I want to just see. Sorry if this is rude, but I feel like, I mean, I'll tell you, obviously. It's not like I'm checking my crap. I don't care about Twitter like that. When was the last time this dude did something? I feel like he probably did something today. Okay, I see common things 2 days ago. So where was this one? I don't understand which one he did. Did I do the right thing? I don't know what I found. I mean, that's definitely him. Let's try one more thing here so I can, see if I can get it right. Leave you with something good. What did I do? Try this one more time. Come on. Watch posts from our homie, Sam A. Sam A. Okay, and let's give me his ID. Too many requests. Psh, too many requests. I'll give you too many requests. Oh, that's a make problem. Let me see if I can't do something. Let's see if it'll refresh it, if it'll tell me if I really made too many requests. See, they always want to stop me. They don't want me to tell you all the good stuff, but I'm going to. All right, let's find this fool. Sam A. Copy. Give me his ID right now. Golly. Can I find him just like this? Maybe. No, it does need to be the ID, I'm sure. Man, I wish I had remembered what it was. Intro username. Pretty sure it's like this. Okay. Oh, well, I give up. I'll give up for now. Too many requests. Well, we're not paying 40 grand a month or whatever it is to get an upgrade. Anyways, you would be able to say, okay, great. Here's a trick, and it'll still work. You're watching for the post. You can throw this in Chatbot Builder AI, which we give you better, in my opinion, much better control over what you can do with ChatGPT or other languages. But you could also just use, I guess, ChatGPT right in here. Potentially, right? ChatGPT. What do they have here? It'd be a completion. So, like, you could potentially, if you wanted to, you could say, I know we got them beat on the way you can work with tokens for show. But you'd be able to, okay, here's our model. Let's say GPT-4 O. We'd basically be able, if we ran the thing, I don't know if it'll see anything or not. Add a message, role. Let's call this user. And then if we were able to run the thing again, we'd have an option to grab his tweet or whatever. So you'd have his tweet and he'd be able to spin up a response how you would do it as a person, basically. Whatever your intent is by doing whatever, like making the reply, as long as you prompt that, well, boom, now you've got that ready from ChatGPT. You've been alerted, so you're right in the moment. You can literally have that thing posted. The thing that makes CBB important to have in the mix, and you might as well do this step in CBB, you've got to trust, I think still, yourself to be human in the loop, a handoff, if you will. And you can hand it off to an agent, you can hand it off to a person. We have that ability. Not all platforms do. You're very special. You can do all of the things. So, in my opinion, before I would personally want our brand to tweet something about something related to Sam Altman or Elon Musk tweeted, I'd want to see that. If it was general for Twitter, for me, I don't care if the thing posts every day at 9 a.m. about something on temperature 8 about agents. That's fine. If it causes a ruckus, good. That was the point. But if it was like going to retweet someone, that probably want to have an approval on that. So in that case, you'd want to have a notification sent from your email, Telegram, browser, push notifications. You got Messenger. You go to just send yourself a notification to click here, and then you're opening up web chat. You can see everything, give feedback, restart it, whatever. Let's see if we can, if we're off restriction yet. ID finder. I'm gonna try one more time. Is it gonna let me do it or no? Restriction. Dang, you got me. Oh well, I can't. I've probably just messed something up on this integration side, honestly. But yeah, I think that's really powerful. So this is where you handle all the stuff. Like it's much easier to get multiple generations in the way that we've got things, in my opinion, than what we could probably do and make. I just think it's much better to do. And you got the visual interface that's going to allow you to have these buttons. The idea is the least amount of input to achieve the task in the way that you really want it. The most efficient way, that's the fastest way, the easiest way. That is the way that you'd want to do it, right? That's the goal. And so while you have some people, like I was posting in the group today, oh man, I found out that I could write my emails with ChatGPT. Life's been great since I've been going to ChatGPT to write my emails. I've been copying and pasting them into my email and sending them. And I'm just like shaking my head, you know. Cool. I think that's it, guys. I think this was a fun one. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Um, I guess I do need to show you that's one thing. I do need to show before I jump. How long has it been? An hour. I swear I've got like a intuition when it's an hour. I'll show you the thing that we added here. So in your agent section now, I'm gonna just say, yo. Before you were not able to use a custom field and have the drop down pop in. So you could totally like this, like I'm writing in chat history. Chat history is a system field, so it doesn't pop up. And this is like one of the questions that we get. Well, I don't have chat history because y'all don't like me. Y'all only like Blaine and Blair or Blaine and Mir. Kim, y'all only like them. You don't have it. Your helpful assistant chat history. You could say something like, use the conversation history to provide a better answer. You don't have to do this with conversation turned on or off, but like this would work. Even though this custom field did not show up in the list, I don't see chat history, right? It would still work because it's a valid system field. This one shows up, Facebook chat link. That would go to your Facebook inbox. This goes to your CVB inbox. So agents and custom fields are a thing now. Like Robert mentioned in the group on Facebook, this is a great way to pass off conversation history or any other custom field. And especially this is working well with multiple different, this is a great thing to have if you're using multiple different LLMs. So it's one thing to use OpenAI over and over in a workflow. It's not the same endpoint to use, for example, your agent and an assistant. Those are different endpoints, but chat history, the custom field, merges things together so that they're aware. Same thing if you're using Grok or Gemini, you're able to merge things together in a nice way. So yeah, that was update number 1. I dropped that this morning, or we dropped that this morning, and then this was right before we popped on here. We added, what does this say? What does this say right here? Enter a website URL or a YouTube link. Standard videos only. It won't work for live or short for now. But we just added this again, because we promised it. Let's see if I can find a quick little video that will work. Oh, I just heard Matt Berman's video. This worm is real. Let's see, like, let's see, share. Let's see if this will work. Let's see if my demo on this brand new feature will go as well, or better or worse as OpenAI's have been. Just getting the links here or the transcript. In this case, we're looking for the transcript. Let's hope that we got it. I hope so. This is kind of a long one. Come on, Nelly. Bam, boy. Y'all thought I wasn't going to work. Who was on the edge of your seat? I was. So it says here, it worked, baby. I'm going to tell you how to build effective agents, blah, 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 all the things. And so look how much text this is. It's a lot of text. That is 21,000 characters. You can do the disco and you can enhance that, or you can add it to your final prompt, which I think is really fun. Let's not add that to the final prompt. Should we? Should we do it? Let's do it. Let's add it. Add it to the final prompt. And let's copy this actually. Copy the final prompt. It's on my clipboard. I believe I have one fun thing I could show you. Is it on this account? Oh, it might not be. If I could find this, I'll show you a fun thing here. Let's see if this is it. YouTube transcript. Is this going to have the thing? Oh, yes, it is. Let me see if this is going to work. So continue. This is going to work, man. So this is going to be really fun. I might have to give y'all a QR code thing for this. Oops. Let's find that YouTube video again. Copy. Let's just make sure it works first, Ryan. So we're going to run the same sort of external request here as we just showed you in the knowledge base builder, which I hope you guys love that feature. It'd be very powerful to train your bots on YouTube videos now. That'll be a very powerful thing, I think, in general. Boom. Yes. Okay, great. So I have a very fancy icon here. It's a headphone icon. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear the audio, but it'd be very interesting for you guys to maybe test this one out. Is it going to work? What I did here, just so you know, this is the video link that I dropped. Oh, well, I'm going to have to drop the link in the group or something. I can't make this one public, maybe. It might be a very great impression of someone doing a famous celebrity voice, so I can't let that out to the whole world, maybe, but to the people in Discord and stuff, I'll show you the things, or in Facebook group. But anyways, to end here, what happened is I dropped this link. So that our bot says, send me the YouTube link, buddy. This is Yanni, the YouTube agent. I dropped in the link. I gave Yanni the link, and then he did his thing, and he says, he pulls out the whole transcript, right, with the duration of each chunk, the language, blah, 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 all the way down to the very end. This is a giant YouTube text. Subscribe. I'll see you later, blah, 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 all the way down here. So I don't want to read all that. So what I did was I might have used a voice from 11 Labs, and I have 11 Labs taking the summary and the recap and top takeaways, because I'm just like, really give me the cliff notes. It's giving me the recap, top takeaways, recommended actions for the audience. That's me. And like just like a kind of the end thing here. And then if I click on the magic headphones, and they are magic, I'll get this whole thing read to me. This whole deal right here. And it apparently takes 3 minutes. But in this case, it may or may not be a voice that is from this video, so it makes it extra fun. I haven't showed it to him yet, but the YouTuber that I like made this for, I have to send him a link or something. Maybe he'll like it, or he might just say, take this thing off right now. Who knows? But I think that's just huge. And again, this is in a custom field. Both of these are in custom fields, guys. This huge text here, which you have to use a long text cuff for this. This is way over 10,000 characters. This is where long text comes in so big of a handy, and there's so many platforms that are stuck with, if they're using variables, they're less than 4,000 characters. How, who can say how many characters long text cuffs are? $16 million. Just kidding, characters. But then I took these characters here from the whole transcript, and I just said, waka, make that thing smaller, man. Give me the recap and the top takeaways and the recommended actions I need to take to become better. And then it did. And then I clicked here because I didn't want to read all that. And now it read it to me. That's an agent. That is an agent. And then again, I think that's it. Now, for real, that's it this time. I hope y'all had fun. I know I really got to cut it down. I'm so sorry for making these so long. But the last of the 2 videos that we need to launch all the flows to have their own dedicated video, I'll have that done here shortly tonight, because that's what I said I'm going to do, and that's what I'm going to do, and they'll be really good. Brother, you make me smile. That's what I'm here for, man. I'm here to make you smile while you're counting stacks, player. That's really, I swear on everything, that's what I want. At the end of the day, I can't win unless y'all win. And I got a team to feed, not just a family at home, but we got a team at CBB, man. And we gotta pay bills. So in order for us to pay bills and grow and get more team members when we need them, and to do more things, we need y'all to crush it. So that is literally our only mission at CBB, is to help you guys smash in every single way. We appreciate you guys and love you guys so much. Anyways, I don't think we had anybody. I'm sure we didn't have anyone get close to our guess, by the way, for tokens spent. But I'll tell you guys, I think we got a blog about it coming soon. So this was like, good guess, Craig. But that's like, we spent more than that already in December, bro. So total, and we have again a blog about it. I'm not gonna pull up my screen again, but the number is 55 billion. 55 billion for the year. That is, for us to be in the game really with you guys. It's 2023 February, March 2023. 55 billion tokens this year. And it was 15 billion or something in December. And what that means is this, okay, just so you totally understand, that's just coming straight out of our pocket. There's no other platform, there's no other business that would be so crazy to basically just give away free money for nothing, except legitimately, we wanted to make things more convenient. That's the goal. If I'm thinking in, like, I don't want to say Musk's terms, but if I'm thinking in the best way possible, it's how can I make it the least amount of clicks, the least amount of steps, the least amount of hassle. There were so many people that we saw just had a problem getting a working OpenAI key. We figured out our own solution to solve that. And if that meant losing some money in the process to make happy co-creators and happy partners, then that was the move. I was like, I want to do it. Everybody said I was crazy. 55 billion tokens later, we're still in business, baby. And that's because of you. That's because of you, CBB Nation. Appreciate y'all so much. And that's all for now. So I'll see you next time. Peace.